Hello everyone, Robert Rambles here, and welcome to World of Warcraft Wrath of the Lich King Classic and the Fresh Start server of Maladath here during the pre-patch. We are going to be checking things out today on the Alliance side, on Maladath, on the Paladin class. If you're new to the channel, thank you so much for clicking on the video, I really do appreciate it. A little bit about me is that, firstly, I play WoW a little bit differently than probably most of the people you've seen play it on the internet. And that is, I like to just have a relaxing time, try to get immersed, and just have a chill time exploring the world that we love. To help facilitate that, I do a couple of different things. I keep the music and ambient noises turned up. And I also have what I call an Immersion Mode Tab. And in this tab, we're not going to see any of the chatter from trade or general. It won't be scrolling constantly, distracting us. The only thing we're going to see in here is going to be skill ups, item loot, and system messages. We'll also see any emotes and roleplay that NPCs do. I like to keep that stuff turned on for flavor. But yeah, other than that, we won't be bothered with the constant scroll. That'll help us kind of just relax and sink into things. We're also running with a couple of add-ons. We're using Questie for quest tracking.
Hello.
But we're also using Immersion, and Immersion takes the quest boxes and it breaks them up into easily digestible little chunks that are really fluid to read. It feels a lot more like dialogue this way and less like reading just stack after stack of paragraphs. So I like this a lot. Those are the biggest add-ons that we're using. I also have Atlas for loot, checking out the loot in dungeons, and Atlas for dungeon maps and stuff like that. But yeah, let's go ahead and we will get right into things here. I hope you strapped your belt on tight, young paladin, because there is work to be done here in Northshire. And I don't mean farming. The Stormwind Guards are hard-pressed to keep the peace here, with so many of us in distant lands and so many threats pressing close. And so we're enlisting the aid of anyone willing to defend their home, and their alliance. If you're here to answer the call, then speak to my superior, Marshal McBride. He's inside the abbey behind me.
See you around.
And so yeah, we started the Paladin on the Horde side during this fresh start, and part of what forced me onto the Horde side, I always have this worry because I'm aware that a lot of people play Horde, and it really seems sometimes like most people in the game play on the Horde side of things. So I went that route, you know, hoping that it would mean we would for sure have people to play with and things like that. Kind of fearing that there would be a lack of Alliance players on the server. As it turns out, that isn't really the case, but more importantly, what I found out while rolling up my Blood Elf Paladin is that I don't really enjoy the Horde questing. A lot of the zones, quest lines, the storylines really don't resonate with me. I have a hard time at really getting into the character or getting into the world. And so yeah, I found that I really loved the changes they had made to the Paladin class and was really having a lot of fun with the class itself. But I was not enjoying doing that on a Blood Elf, and I really wasn't enjoying doing it on the Horde side. And for me, like, the biggest thing about Fresh Start is that you just enjoy what you're doing. You enjoy where you're at, you're just enjoying the leveling process, and doing that with other people around in the world. Had a few, like, kind of negative encounters on the Horde side, but it might just be like a grass is greener on the other side type mentality to think that it'll be any different on the Alliance side of things. But I enjoyed the Alliance questing a lot, and I found that out when we leveled up our Human Mage really quickly over a short period of time, because I found that I really liked the flow of Alliance questing. I enjoyed the zone stories and just the ambience of the zones a lot more than I enjoy most of the Horde zones. So that's where I was at. A lot of you guys were probably watching along with the Blood Elf playthrough and probably enjoying it. I hope you were, at least. I hope I made some of that time enjoyable. But I kind of just keep coming back to this idea that I just really wasn't having a good time on the Horde side. And that's after like 15 years of me exclusively playing Horde. I've only played Alliance in the last couple of years during Classic. And it really has started to grow on me. I find that I can relate more to the characters and just get into things a lot more. Just enjoy my time a lot more than I do on the Horde side. So hope you guys don't mind. I mean, if you're here and you're watching to this point, you probably don't mind. But this is what I decided to do. I originally thought of just playing a different class. But I kept coming back to the thought that I really, really enjoy the Paladin a lot, and was getting pretty excited about being able to go prot and ret and have dual specs set up and all that stuff. But I really couldn't see myself continuing on the Blood Elf with some of the realizations I had about how I felt about the Horde zones and stuff like that. So here we are, and I'm hoping we can have an amazing time here on the Alliance side of things. I feel like ultimately it's always good to go with your gut when it comes to your enjoyment, especially your enjoyment of a video game. If you're not digging it, it's always okay to just do something else, and that's kind of what I've had to do. I've had to just change tracks and not really think of it as time lost, but think of it as just lessons learned when it comes to just going with your gut the first time and not rationalizing yourself into making a decision that you really don't want to make based on external factors. Alright, we've got all of our wolf pelts here. Egan wanted us to get some diseased wolf pelts. He wants to make us some gear. I would usually prefer my gear to be made out of not diseased wolf pelts.
Hey there.
But yeah, we can get nothing we really need. We'll take the bracers for now. I mean, it's leather, so it's better than nothing. We do have a mail belt that we can equip. And let's go hunt some kobolds. We need vermin, and they might be in short supply. Very active. That's really, really great to see. I like that we're still really active here in the starting zones. I feel like a lot of people kind of do what I did, where they start a character and sometimes it's just a misfire. Sometimes it takes into the level 20s for you to realize that you're really not digging the character that you've made or his journey. For questing zones for this character, like I said, I would like to maybe take her out of the general human questing path. We've done that stuff pretty recently, and I wouldn't mind visiting some different zones on the Alliance side. We didn't really do a lot in the wetlands on our human mage playthrough, so that could be a place to go. And we could also jump over to Dunmorrow if we wanted to. I would like to maybe visit Darkshore and get into some Kalimdor questing, go maybe through Ashenvale Forest and places like that. Places that we really haven't been on the Alliance side of things. What I don't know that I'll have to find out is I don't know if there is a Paladin trainer over in Darnassus. If there is, then it makes it really easy because there's now a boat that goes from the Stormwind Harbor over to Darkshore. So we could jump over there really easily. Even if there's not a trainer over there, it's so easy to get back to Stormwind that I feel like we could definitely do that. And I would definitely like to check out some other areas. We could even go do Bloodmist in like around level 15 or 16. We can go do Bloodmist. I've never finished Bloodmist Isle, and I know there are parts of it that I've probably never even seen, and I would very much like to have the opportunity to see all of it, to finish it up, and I know that there are going to be some pretty good quest rewards over on that side of the world as well. Azure Mist, I don't really want to do Azure Mist again, so I think I would rather do some stuff in Darkshore instead of doing stuff in Azure Mist, but they're not really the same level, I guess. So we'll see what we do, but we are gonna explore some places that we haven't been. And Bloodmist is on the list of places I want to go. The Wetlands is on the list of places that I want to go. And we're going to do stuff in South Shore this time, because I didn't really do anything in South Shore on the Mage. And I really want to do stuff in South Shore that will allow us to do a lot of stuff in Scarlet Monastery at that level as well. I feel like they've retooled the quest in South Shore so that you can do them around the time that it's appropriate for you to be going into Scarlet Monastery. So yeah, and if you guys have any suggestions on places that we can go that we didn't do in our human run, I definitely would like to hear it. Especially if any of those places that we didn't go are like your favorite places. I'd love to hear from you, and just I can start working on a path through the world for this character. We've got everything that we need. Killing a few extra guys is never a bad idea, especially because we're going to be pretty broke early on, and we're probably going to be hard-pressed to even learn our abilities, so it's okay that we fought a few extra enemies here. Let's go sell everything before we do anything else.
What are you looking for?
Yeah, and I noticed some people, it probably sounds silly, you know, you're like, well, if you like the class, you should probably just press on and play the one that's at a higher level. But for me, aesthetics and just enjoying what I'm doing and where I'm at and enjoying my character and feeling into my character is like really important to me. And so it's really hard for me just to press on just because I'm having fun on the class if I'm not having fun on the faction or in the quest chains. Let's take a look here. Brotherhood of Thieves. Recently, a new group of thieves has been hanging around Northshire. They call themselves the Defias Brotherhood and have been seen across the river to the east. I don't know what they're up to, but I'm sure it's not good. Bring me the bandanas they wear, and I'll reward you with a weapon.
See you around.
What started to grate on me about the Horde side is how, like, underlyingly evil everything kind of is, even though realistically, like, Horde, Alliance, like, neither one of them is evil, but when you go back into Classic, the way the quests are written really do kind of make it seem that way, where a lot of the things you're doing are very morally, just obviously morally bad. Kobold cleanup. Those kobolds are thieves and cowards, but in large numbers they pose a threat to us, and the humans of Stormwind do not need another threat. We have a consecrated letter. We gotta go talk to our class trainer. And he wants us to go and investigate Echo Ridge, and we need to take out some of the kobold workers there around the camps.
What can I do for you?
Finally, to meet face to face, brother to sister, I welcome you to Northshire. This will be your home for a short while you learn the ins and outs of how things are done. But know that Stormwind is not far off, and sooner or later your path will take you there. In the meantime, you should know one or two more things. You are a symbol to many here in this land. Act accordingly. The holy light shines within you, and it will be obvious to both your allies and your enemies. Also, as you gain in wisdom and power, you will need to train to learn new abilities.
Light bless you.
What can we learn at level 2? We get Devotion Aura. There we go. Let's get that going. So that's going to provide us with some extra armor, and also give that boon to any of our group mates as well. Seal of Righteousness fills us with Holy Spirit for 30 minutes, and it grants all of our melee attacks 2 additional holy damage. We're only going to have 1 seal up at a time. Bags are clean, so let's head back out. I'm not sure about professions for this character. Part of me really does want to go mining and blacksmithing. That was part of the problem with the other characters. Like, I wasn't feeling the full character. I couldn't get my professions to really mesh with my character. It was all kind of a mess in my mind. And I know that blacksmithing, I think, is a little bit intensive, a little bit more intensive of a profession than maybe something like tailoring that we've leveled in the past. Maybe even more intensive than leatherworking, which I leveled up quite a bit on a shaman. But I think I want to go with it. I think I want to do some blacksmithing. I've always liked the idea of having a plate wearer that can actually craft their own armor and things like that. And I just want to make sure that I'm making choices based off of like how I feel, and not making choices based off of my like analytical thought processes about like ease or things that are like preferred or you know, best for the class. I want to make sure that I'm just doing what I feel is right, because I think that's where I went wrong, you know, with the Blood Elf Paladin. Is originally I didn't really want to play Horde, and then I had convinced myself that that was the only way to ensure that there would be active players, was to go on the Horde side. Same thing with the professions. Is originally I thought I would do blacksmithing, but then I changed it to alchemy and herbalism because I thought that would probably be a little easier. I didn't know if I wanted to devote time, if it was going to be efficient to devote time to gathering, doing the mining. So yeah, I'm just going to make decisions based on how I feel. And we'll do what feels good, including like where we quest, where we level up, stuff like that. And yeah, it starts right here, right now, on the Alliance side of things. We have everybody we need. Again, I'm just fighting a few extra things so we have some extra loot to sell. Extra loot to sell, a little bit of extra kill experience, never hurt anybody. Turn floating health bars on. I know that's easier just to keep track of their health without having to glance down here, being able to keep your eye on the action, so to speak, and still see the health bars is good. Yeah, in full transparency, guys, I did a couple of different episode 1s before I just went with my gut, and I did this. And already this feels so much better to my soul to be on a Human Paladin. Just feels so good. You know, I did an hour and a half on a Night Elf Druid. I did an hour on a Human Warlock. And I did a little bit of time on a Dwarf Priest and a little bit of time on a Dwarf Rogue. And yeah, I wasn't vibing with any of it. And already this feels right, so pretty happy that we're finally here. I wasted a lot of time today being completely unproductive, but like I said, it's fresh start time, it's Wrath pre-patch time. We're all really just looking forward to going into Northrend, taking our favorite characters there. And so right now, I just want to make sure that I'm having a good time. Your previous investigations are proof that the Echo Ridge mine needs purging. Return to the mine and help clear it of kobolds. The longer the kobolds are left unmolested in the mine, the deeper a foothold they gain.
Bless you.
This time we're going back for laborers. I can probably move my Questie a little bit, so it's a little bit easier to read there. What I want to figure out is how to get it to show the entire line here. Like it's not tracking it really the way I would want it to. And I'm not quite sure how to get it to do that. Maybe some of you guys have some tips for me on that. If I look at Questie here, I want it to show the entire objective. And I'm not really sure. Maybe in the tracker. Oh, that just completely got... Oh, it moved it over here. Okay, there we go. We can move it back. Doing that kind of did what I wanted it to do, in a way. It's still like a little bit larger than I need it to be. But that'll work for the time being, and maybe I'll play with that a little bit later. I'd like it to show this, but be able just to slide it over to the right a little bit more, and it looks like we'd have to maybe resize it to do that. I'm kind of hoping that all the activity we see here on the Alliance side means that Maladath must be pretty balanced, because Horde side was really busy as well. So, I mean, honestly, it's also a holiday today, so today is, as I'm recording this, it's Labor Day here in the United States. So it is a big holiday. A lot of people have off if they are lucky enough to be in positions where they can take time off. So yeah, that might account for like some more people playing, but yeah, it's really busy. I'm really happy to see people playing a lot on both factions, because it means that there's a chance for like some kind of server balance. And yeah, the World of Warcraft needs more server balance. It really does. We picked up some flimsy chain pants that are going to have 37 armor, better than the 2 armor we currently have, so when we get out of combat here, we'll go ahead and equip them. The one change that I found with Wrath that I don't really like so far, I love all the quality of life changes they've made to like things like the mana, and the class changes have been great. I don't like how they took all the aggressive mobs and they made them all non-aggressive. Not really a big fan of that change. I feel like it doesn't prepare people early enough for the kinds of danger that they might face out in the other zones. And it was always good to have at least some aggressive mobs in the starting area. It really does set the tone for people learning to be careful with their class from really early on, and really being conscious of positioning and pulling enemies. I feel like that's a skill you really want your players to learn as soon as possible, because they're going to need it going out into the world. Even with the changes they made in Wrath, like the game is not really a pushover still. You can get yourself into trouble by pulling too much, backing into enemies, things of that nature. So I really wish they would have left the aggressive mobs in the starting areas, but they're all removed.
King's honor, friend.
Once again, you have earned my respect and the gratitude of the Stormwind army. There may yet be kobolds in the mine, but I will marshal others against them, and we have further tasks for you. Let's go with the boots. I'll report to Goldshire. We're a little early for that, but we'll grab it now. You are a paladin with proven interest in the security of Northshire. You are now tasked with the protection of the surrounding Elwyn Forest. If you accept this duty, then I have prepared papers that must be delivered to Marshal Dugan in Goldshire. Goldshire lies along the southern road, past the border gates. We're going to become a Stormwind Marshal, and then one day we're just going to like peace out and go to Kalimdor off on a little adventure. We'll try to help as many people as we can before then, but I feel like we are destined to go elsewhere.
What can I do for you?
Am I going to have any coin? Yeah, we do actually have some coin. Blessing of Might is going to give us our increased attack power by 20 for 10 minutes. And we get Judgment. Unleash the energy of a seal spell and judge the enemy for 20 seconds, granting attacks made against the judged enemy a chance at healing the attacker for 2% of their maximum health. So yeah, there we go.
For the Alliance.
Let's go here. And Blessing of Might will move up here. And for those of you who are new around here, again, thank you for being here. And also, when you're seeing these F buttons here, I'm not hitting those on my keyboard. I have a Logitech G600 MMO mouse, and I'm hitting them on the mouse with my thumb. I have about 9 buttons that I can hit easily. So that's what those keybinds are about. I often get questions like, why are you using your function keys? Are you insane? Are you a masochist? No, and only sometimes, but these keys are being hit on the mouse very easily with a simple flip of my thumb.
What can I do for you? Be careful.
Alright, let's go and deal with some of the Defias guys that are over here in the vineyards. We will also buff ourselves because we're smart like that. I don't need this down here. This can come up here. It's a 30-minute buff. We definitely don't need it to be on our bar. We can do something like this for now. Although I think I need to have this here because I think I have muscle memory from it being on that key. So let's leave it there for now. I feel like sounds could be up a little bit more. And guys, let me know about the sound settings. I do try to make sure that the ambience and the music is more in the forefront. But if it gets too loud, or if it sounds like you're trying to hear me shout over the sound effects, then let me know. These guys are an example of enemies that were once aggressive that are no longer aggressive. And this was like the first place that you can get yourself in like a lot of trouble. Because they're kind of crammed in here. You'd often have ones that would pull together. And now there's just kind of there's not any challenge in it really. You just, especially when you come back to get the grapes, you don't even have to fight any of the guys. I would have liked to just see at least this area for them to remain aggressive. And I feel like they should consider making changes like that. Because in my mind, when they got rid of the aggressive mobs in the starting zones, that was a big step towards not teaching people how to play the game at like a more difficult or challenging level. Like when you remove challenge, people have less of an opportunity to improve their own skills. And this was definitely one of the first big things that they did. To step in that direction of just, you know, not really teaching people the skills that they might later need. Let's do that. That seems okay. Alright, so we're done with the burlap bandanas. Let's get this one turned in. And the only reason I talk about things like, you know, they could change this, they could change that. I know it's a re-release of a game that already was solved, but they're making changes. You know, they made lots of changes so far. But yeah, in my mind, it's always worth kind of throwing ideas out into the universe. You never know when you throw an idea out there, and it might get picked. It might get picked up. Let's take the two-hander. He wants us to go talk to Millie to see what kind of help we can give her.
See you later. Good day to you.
And then there's a bounty on Garrick Padfoot. We're gonna find him back by the Defias guys.
Have a good one.
Good day to you. Safe travels.
And she needs us to head back into the vineyards and collect some of her grapes that are being trampled over there. And it's going to be really easy to do that with the non-aggressive enemies. Yeah, and like usually it was really hard to compete for these because you would have to fight the enemies near them and you'd have to get clear and click on them. But yeah, it kind of makes the aspect of competition better. We don't have to struggle as much against other players when we're not also struggling against the NPCs. And the changes could have been made for those kinds of reasons, just to kind of ease people's way into the bigger world, knowing that people were going to kind of bottleneck in the very beginning and then spread out as they go. It really helps quests like this, where yeah, like this is good that they're not aggressive for this part, because then we don't have to worry about clearing them and getting to the item. Now Garrick, let's go see if we can get eyes on Garrick Padfoot, and if anybody comes along into the area, we'll just invite them as well. The problem with them getting rid of the aggressive enemies, though, also, is that if you don't go out of your way to fight a little bit more, you lose kill experience. And kill experience in Classic, even in Wrath, I feel like it still accounts for quite a bit of your overall experience as you level up. So we kind of want to do what we can to still fight some guys. When we see Garrick pop up, we will invite some of these people here. What can we request to join group? I love these features that they've added where we can click on people and we can actually request to join their group if they already have a group formed up. That's cool. It's really cool when it actually works and they actually invite you. That would be really cool. Are you not here for this? Okay, well maybe we invite this guy then. You have a pending... Oh, they're in the same group. They just don't want me in the group. Okay, well that's fine. I mean, we can compete for him, like, he's right here. I can't really feel too bad. Maybe they don't need him anymore. Maybe they just got him. That's probably what it is. Yeah, I'm sure they probably just killed him, and maybe this guy went AFK. Either way, there we go. We don't have to feel bad about tagging them. If they needed them, they would have stuck around. Let's fight some guys on the way out. Like I said, I really am uncomfortable losing a bunch of kill experience by not having to fight any of these guys. And they're level 3 and 4, so they're good targets for us. Decent amount of experience, but not hard to take out. They're dropping some pretty good loot, though, too, that will sell for quite a bit. We'll just kind of fight ones that we would have to fight if we were making our way back and they were aggressive. That makes the most sense to me. The diseased wolves, I think these were always non-aggressive.
Hey there. See you later.
We gotta go let the guy inside who's in charge of all the food and the stores that we will have grapes for the harvest.
I buy and trade.
Let's take a look here. What do we want to do? Let's equip some gear. That would be good. We have 2 pieces of chain gear we can equip. And that is it. We have our updated hammer. We definitely want to put that on now.
For the Alliance.
Now we can
It's on,
sell.
friend.
Alright.
Be careful.
How are you?
We'll turn in Garrick's head here. There's not really anything we need. We'll take the tunic to sell
Safe
it.
travel.
That'll get us level 6. Let's sell it right away.
Greetings. Go with honor, friend.
And we'll make a stop by our trainer here. Hopefully we'll have enough coin to learn whatever we can learn, but it's gonna get tight as far as money is concerned pretty quickly.
Need help?
Holy Light or Divine Protection. We can afford one of them right now. I'm gonna take Divine Protection.
Light bless you.
And then we'll have to get the next rank of Holy Light some other time. We do need to head all the way up here and actually turn this quest in. That would be smart.
What can I do for you?
We're actually gonna take... let's take the belt.
Have a good one.
Alright. Alright, and that is it for Northshire Valley, actually. We are going to be headed on down the road now to Goldshire. And I think around anywhere from level 8 to 10, that's going to be a good time for us to decide where else do we want to go quest. We could do things in Elwyn Forest, but we've done Elwyn very recently. We're going to start off there and do a couple of things.
You need something?
Every adventure should rest when exhaustion sets in. Yes,
See
they
you around.
should. That is true.
Light be with you.
You have word from McBride? Northshire is a garden compared to Elwyn Forest, but I wonder what Marshal McBride has to report. Here, let me have his papers. Well, it says that you've been awarded acting deputy status with the Stormwind Marshals. Congratulations. And good luck. Keeping Elwyn safe is no picnic. What with most of the army busy doing who knows what for who knows which noble, it's hard to keep track of politics in these dark days. The mine in Northshire isn't the only one with problems. I have reports that the Fargo Deep mine in Elwyn has also become a haven for kobolds.
Go with honor, friend.
So what we'll do is, I think we'll do some of the intro stuff here. And, oh, the Dark Moon Fair is setting up. And then maybe we take ourselves over into Loch Madan. We haven't really done a lot of questing there, and it would be a cool change of scenery for us. So maybe we do that. Do we have anything to sell? We have a couple of things. We have a shield we're going to hang on to, perhaps. It'll help us level up our one-handed weapons.
Can I help you?
You're a blacksmithing trainer. Let's just go ahead and we'll do this. And then, where is the mining trainer? That's the question.
For the Alliance.
Paladin trainer's hanging out back here.
Greetings.
We can not afford that
Light
still.
Good day to you. Have a good one.
Let's see. It does look like we're gonna have to go all the way to to Stormwind to train mining, which is a little bit weird. You'd think they would have them pretty much right nearby. We'll take the water for now, and for now we're gonna set our Hearthstone here, just in case we want to use that at all. William Pestle here wants us to get him some candles from the kobolds in the nearby mine.
How are you?
And Remy here wants us to collect some gold dust off of those same kobolds. We do have stuff we want to take care of over at the farms as well, so we might want to head down and do the farm stuff. Oh, nice. Got some different music here. My biggest worry is kind of, you know, right now I need to go and I need to learn mining. I need to do that like right away. Yeah, I feel like I don't want to wait. And I kind of also feel like it would be okay just to go right on over into Dunmoreau if we want. And we can head down to, I think it's Karanos is the questing hub there. And maybe we'll do that, keeping in spirit with seeing some different zones. Maybe we can just take ourselves into Stormwind and just jump on the tram. We know we're not going to lack for paladin trainers, since dwarves can also be paladins. And I do love Elwyn Forest, but again, we just burned through a lot of these zones on a mage. So I feel like it's probably going to be just a good change of pace for everybody if we see some different stuff, and we can start that pretty early. It's not a huge inconvenience just to spend the time to jump on over into Dwarven Lands. We were just raised to Marshal of the area, but maybe that's not the kind of responsibility we were looking for as a hero. Maybe what we really want is to be untethered and to just be a hero that adventures around, seeing different places in the world and getting out there beyond our homeland. And maybe this is an opportunity that our character needed, and now we have the opportunity just to travel about. So I feel like it's fitting. I feel like it's going to work for us. So I think that's what we're going to do. We'll definitely hit up the mining trainer as we head back here. We'll go through the back way before we jump on the tram. We'll learn mining.
What can I do for you?
We will need a mining pick, but we are actually completely broke. Yeah, we're totally broke. We can afford the pick, but I don't know if we'll be able to afford the training just yet. We should probably grab the training and then we can get the pick when we get a little bit more
Talk to me.
coin on us. Yeah, we're like a 5 copper short of being able to buy a mining pick. So yeah, we don't have anything else we can sell either. That's okay. We will figure it out. The tram is this way. Well, that's fortuitous that we arrive right when the tram arrives. And yeah, I'm pretty sure right in Keranos there's going to be a general goods vendor, so we'll be able to buy a mining pick pretty much straight away. We'll probably have to do like one quest, maybe fight a couple of enemies to sell some loot. We literally need 5 copper, just about. Alright, here we go. Stepping into Dwarven Lands. I feel good about this. I've never done a full clear of Dunmorrow, the Keranos area. We've only done a very, very little bit there throughout all of Classic, so... a lot of the stuff will be new to me, and new is good. We are going to grab the flight point here, because we're not going to have it by default. There's not going to be a flight point where we're going right now, but if we go into Loch Modan, we'll want to have the flight point for Ironforge. And we will go into Loch Modan at least to get the flight point and to do some stuff there, so yeah, having the flight point from Ironforge is going to be critical.
What's on your... Keep your feet on the ground.
Alright, so as far as quest, a lot of the stuff is here in town. There's some stuff over here that I wonder about. Level 9, level 6. But I think we're good just to start picking things up down here in Keranos and see where that leads us. I like snowy environments, and prior to going to Northrend, you don't get to see a lot of them. You have, basically, there's Dunmorrow, and then there's Winterspring, and that's it. This is kind of like preparation for the cold that we'll face in Northrend. It's like physical conditioning training for our paladin here. Yeah, so there's Keranos and then there's the depot. Let's swing over here first. If we could fight a couple of things out here, I would be happy to just get a couple of copper and then we can get our mining pick going. And enter aggressive mobs. Use our divine protection there to keep us shielded. Absorbs 50% of the damage. Not 100% though. Go ahead and throw ourselves a heal. Alright. Didn't really give us anything to sell. So maybe it'll take a quest turn in to get the coin that we need. Let's find out how we can help around here.
How are you?
Stocking Jetstream. I'm preparing to start a mission for the Siege Brigade. It's a long one. I need to stock Jetstream with a month's worth of supplies. So while Steel Girl is working on my tank, can you do some hunting for me? I'll need some fur for bedding, boar meat for food. You can get the meat from the boars and the fur from the bears.
See you soon. Interest you on a pint?
And Pilot Stonegear wants us to investigate the Grizzled Den. Driving a siege engine isn't for everyone. It takes an iron grip and nerves of steel. Lucky I have both. How about you? How's your metal? Want to prove it to me? Looking to make my engine troll plow a little more cozy. How about you give me a heap of Wendigo mains?
Watch your back.
Could do that.
You got my attention.
Ammo for Rumbleshot. Hegnar Rumbleshot sells guns off the road to Anvilmar. Riflemen and mortar teams spend a lot of time practicing out near his shop, and he's always needing fresh ammunition. But the last crate of ammo I sent him got lost along the way. My courier said he was camped near the Grizzled Den when Wendigo chased him away. The fool left Rumbleshot's ammo behind. We can go get that and see it delivered. That's fine. Can take on some of the creatures here in the area that have not been killed. Let's see what the dwarf area is like as compared to the human area. There's still at least 50 people. 50 is all that I can find, so that typically means that there's more than that. That's really awesome to see as well, that all the starting zones are thriving and full of players still. We don't need to focus on these just yet. We can go into town and we can pick up the other quests, but I did want to grab a few of them along the way here. Theric Blackstone has tools for Steel Grill. Belden Steel Grill owns the local mechanic shop, and he's the best siege engine tech there is, but he's not forgiving to his tools. I swear he almost breaks more Arclight spanners than we can supply him with. We just filled his last order for tools. If you deliver it to him... Oh, it's a breadcrumb to basically go back to where we just were. That's what we get for jumping the gun. And he wants us to get 6 crag boar ribs and a mug of rhapsody bolts, which we can buy from inside. Let's come in here and let's set the hearthstone here.
Hello. Safe travels.
There we go. Okay, so we'll eventually turn the breadcrumb in. I don't think that's going to chain into anything else that we haven't already grabbed. For now, let's head down here and we're going to look for bears and whatnot while we look for rumble shots ammo. Here's the ammo crate. We do need Wendigos, but they are suffering from, you know, being completely culled right now. What do we want to do? I feel like I want to, I feel like I want to go back and grab a mining pick, because otherwise we could be missing opportunities to do that. Let's fight our way back up to the road. We will take on whatever we can along the way here. Yeah, this is a lot of enemies that we don't need and one that we do. Let's try to pull them back here. We don't want to grab a third one, I don't think. Speaking of a third one that we didn't want to grab, here he is anyway. We fought quite a few of these guys, but that was our first item, so there's that. I think we should have enough now that we can afford our mining pick.
How are you?
Oh, wait. Do we need that? We do need that. Okay, yeah. Let's sell that. There we go.
Watch your back.
Now we can keep an eye out for any mining nodes. There's a big miss there on the judgment. Let's head down here to Rumbleshot and deliver the ammo just to make sure that he doesn't have a quest that we can be doing stacked on top of what we're already doing. That is all of the boar meat we need. It says there is a mining node up here. It looks like it might have to be pretty high up. Let's see if we can get up here. Looks like we can. Oh. There it is. It's a nice view. I like being driven into areas of the map that you wouldn't normally go. That only let us hit it once. It was kind of weak. Let's come down here. It looks like there's another one. Ooh, that's quite a ways. We can't fall that way. Ooh, that was close. I thought we were going to die there, for sure. I thought gravity was going to claim us as a victim. Did they change how mining works in Wrath? Because we mined once and we got 4. You used to have to hit them multiple times. Is that not happening anymore? I mean, I would be delighted if that were the case, because that's just like a huge quality of life thing. But I was not aware of that. So yeah, it looks like that might be the case. We hit it once, we got 4 the first time and 4 the second time, so... for both the different nodes. There's level 7. Let's come up the road here and talk to Rumbleshot.
Well met.
Great, more ammo. Old Lostler's shipment finally came through. The ammo might be late, but just like my granddaddy used to tell me, late's better than never. Thank you so much. I already have buyers eager for the stuff.
See you soon. Come on, Shorty. On our way.
They're gonna go do some target practice roleplay. I don't think this does anything or changes into a quest or anything. It's just like a weird little bit of roleplay that happens with these characters where they just go do some target practice. I've never really understood the point of it, except as like a cool little event that transpires. I mean, it was probably really cool back in like original vanilla. Yeah. All right. We'll leave them to it, I guess. Here are some bears we could work on. That's actually it. That's all we need from the bears. We need 2 items and we have 2. So now we're looking for Cragboar ribs. We need the Rhapsody malt. we've got the meat that we need from the boars. We just need ribs now. Yep. Alright, well they're kind of farmed out. We can come up here and we could target some of these Yeti that are popping back up into existence. We don't really have to go into the cave, I guess, but I mean we might as well. There's going to be more stuff alive in here right now than out there. And I don't think I've ever been back into this cave. It's actually quite expansive. Yeah, there's a lot going on back here. Let's go ahead and pop Divine Protection here for some added defense as we take on two of these guys. Oh, okay. Thanks for taking them off our hands, I guess. We could either keep going or we could work our way back out. I'm fine to see a little bit more. We don't want to get too deep in here though. There's going to be respawns waiting for us once we get outside, obviously. Well, you know, that says it's up though. It doesn't say that it's down here. We could try to kind of go around and see if we can get to that copper vein. I can't really tell if it's going to be in here or actually on the outside of the mine, though. It could be outside on top of the hill, you know? It's kind of hard to say. We are going to need to get a heal off here. We don't have any potions, so we better try to heal while we have the health to do it. That's actually very helpful. I do appreciate that. I won't say anything because maybe if I say thanks he might take it facetiously when I don't mean it facetiously. This is actually better than what we have on, I think. So there's that. Yeah, I don't think we're getting to this thing from in here. I really don't. Unless this wraps all the way around to where it's at, which is possible. Maybe it does. Maybe this is the way we need to go. Yeah, I've never been in here, but it's interesting. Now, if only there was a chest in here that dropped a cool green item, and then it would be worth it. We have some boots that are better than what we have, so let's go ahead and equip those as well. Yeah, there is a vein back here. It's actually very well hidden. So we'll take that. Yeah, guys, that's huge. You hit it once, it gives you everything you can get out of it, and then you're done. How amazing is that? I really like that change a lot. Now I'm happier than ever that we went this route, because yeah, I was going mining under the assumption that we would still have to hit it the 3, 4, 5 times, you know? But it's clearly a big time saver when you only have to tap it once. We have a guy here. He's not an elite, and you guys taught me to watch for the wings on the dragon. If it's a wingless silver dragon, he's a rare. If it's a silver dragon with wings, he's an elite. And finally, after like 16 years, your guys' information allowed me to discern the difference without fighting them first. You know, because a lot of times I would just engage, and I would judge it based on how much damage I did. But yeah, it's literally a different, it's a different icon. He dropped some malachite. Can put that on the auction house for jewel crafters out there. This is saying that it's down, so this one I don't know if we're gonna get to. Not really sure where it could be. Well, it could literally be down, I guess. I don't know if this is really down enough, but we'll round the corner here and see what we can find. Here it is. I feel like that's worth it, and I feel like it's actually worth it for us to go ahead and hearth out of here so that we can sell everything in our inventory before heading back out. Let's go grab the... I noticed that there is one more node back here. So let's go grab that as well. It's brilliant. Okay, let's hearth out. We're going to sell everything, we're going to visit the forge, and I think we're going to try to start working on our blacksmithing a little bit just to use up some of the materials that we're gathering. We should probably just sell in here to the innkeep.
What can I get for you today?
Make sure we don't sell anything we actually need. We need to keep the stones. We need to equip these gloves because we don't have any gloves on apparently. Bloodstained knife can go. Yeah, we need most everything else that we have. Ruined pellet we can sell.
Keep your feet on the ground.
The inn music in the Dwarven Inn here is some of my favorite music in the game. It really is. It's really good. I feel like maybe we're gonna need a smithing hammer? Is that a real thing? Let's go check our tradesman and see if he sells a smithing hammer. I just have this feeling. And you have a quest for us as well.
What's on your mind?
I'm behind on my report and could use your help. I just managed to find where the trolls are holed up, but I saw so many trolls I was afraid to go in. Here's what I need. Go down into the cave, poke around inside, kill a few of the trolls, and then come back here. Okay. Kill 5 frostmate headhunters.
Watch your back.
Perfect.
What can I get?
Yeah, you do have a blacksmith's hammer. It's pretty cheap. Thankfully, it's a lot cheaper than the pick. Although we do have 4 silver now, so we're not doing bad. Not doing too bad at all. Okay, let's have a look here at our blacksmithing. Let's get all these out of the way. And it looks like they might have increased the speed that this goes, which I'm grateful for that. We'll get as many skill points as we can doing stuff like this. And we can actually use these on our weapon, correct? Cannot be applied to higher than items higher than 165. Okay. Alright, so what else can we make? Bracers? Would be better than what we have. So we need to do some smelting then, right? Gotta get that out here too. The smelting is gonna level up our mining, which is good. We'll make one of each of these. I really want to do the stones while we can do that for skill ups. I don't think I want to waste the copper on the gear just for skill ups. I think that would be, ultimately that would be probably pretty wasteful. We'll save our copper for when we can make higher level stuff that we might actually need. For now we'll just make one of each thing that's an upgrade. And we'll kind of hold the rest. I'm going to use this on our item, on our... Oh, we have... That's an invalid target. I guess it would only be used on swords and stuff, right? It's a sharpening stone, so it would make sense that it would only be used on swords. I'm gonna sell them for now. We're gonna make more, but I am going to sell them for now.
Be good.
Alright, let's head over to Steel Girls Depot and just turn in what we have there. Actually, let's grab this quest over here first. I believe we need to speak to some gnomes. Upon further analysis of the Gnomergon situation, it would appear as though we not only failed to eradicate the Trogs, but we also happened to turn most of the gnomish race into horrific, mindless, evil-doing leper gnomes. Great. Ozzy and I plan to reverse this horrible leper effect with our latest invention, the Recombobulator. The machine is almost complete, but we are in dire need of some restabilization cogs and gyromechanic gears.
You have a great day now.
We gotta get those from the leper gnomes that are wandering around outside of Gnomergon.
What can I do for you?
Here is your boar meat and your thick bear fur. Reginald Barley Brew experiments with his brews. Some of them taste good, some bad, and some, well, some will lay all but the stoutest dwarves flat. He lives in Brunal Village, west of Karanos, and one of his drinks, Evershine, is what I want. It'll help keep me warm while I'm on the cold road.
Safe travels.
I don't really know if I condone drinking with tank operating. But at least there's not a lot of traffic to worry about. And here are your Yeti pelts. And this is the breadcrumb, I think.
How are you? Be good.
And tools, there we go. So we did hit level 8. We should go speak with our trainer before we do much else. We still are in dire need of cragboar ribs. Haven't really come across any that are dropping their ribs.
Well met.
We can learn how to parry, which would be great. Holy Light rank 2 I'm holding off on. Purify we need. Hammer of Justice we need. We have enough money. Let's grab Holy Light rank 2. Okay, we're not completely broke anymore, and that's good. Drag that here. If we need a heal, it'll probably be a full heal. Put you here where I'm used to you. And yeah, that's great. Perfect. It's a good level. We learned how to parry. We got an interrupt. And a bigger heal. Okay, so... Cragboar ribs. And we have to head out this way. We'll circle around like this and kind of take a longer approach. Starting by sliding off the hill here. Usually I aim for episodes that are about an hour and a half, an hour to an hour and a half long. This one might be a little bit longer. I am kind of trying to get to level 10. I might not get to level 10 today, but I'm trying to push. As I revealed, I did waste quite a bit of work time, like a lot of time wasted trying to figure out what I wanted to do, trying to avoid what I really wanted to do, which was to have an Alliance Paladin, by experimenting with other classes. So I wasted some hours yesterday and some hours today, and I try not to think of it as wasted. I do try to think of it as, you know, lessons learned and decisions being made, but that is kind of compelling me to kind of push to get this character going, because I'm very much enjoying it, and I want to see it progress. So this episode's going to be a little bit longer is what I'm driving at. Might not get all the way to level 10, but we're going to get close. Yeah, we still have 0 ribs. It's kind of weird. It almost makes me feel like these are not the right mobs, but they're marked to drop them. Questie could be wrong. It's always a possibility that Questie is not 100% accurate in this case. But it just is a little bit strange, isn't it? What do we have here? Level 12 quest. We're level 8. I think we can maybe hold off on that for the time being. And proceed with some, at least until we're level 10. We do have lots of other stuff we can be doing. Well, we're not really coming across a lot of it. Maybe I'm missing it because I have not trained myself to be looking. Maybe I'm just missing it, but we haven't come across a lot of ore. It could be that I'm running right past it. You guys should definitely let me know if I'm doing that. But I am trying to keep my eyes open here. Let's head more this way first. I think I want to go turn these in before we go take on the trolls. Let's head up here. And yeah, I am going to be going out of my way to mine whatever we see pop up on our minimap. It's going to be critical that we do that.
You got my attention. Off with you. Here there.
He wants us to get 6 shimmerweed so he can make some beer.
Be good.
So that is what dwarves do. They make beer. She wants us to steal some beer and replace it with her beer so somebody can acknowledge that her beer is better. Lots of beer stuff going on. Alright, so the shimmerweeds are going to be over in this direction. We need ice claw bears killed. Got leper gnomes over to our west. Let's double back and we'll do the shimmerweed first. Then we'll carve back through here and wrap up some of these things, hopefully. We'll do a little divine protection here in this case. 2 level 8s on us. We really need to hit. There we go. Like, can we swing and hit, please? Maybe, potentially, sometime. There's our second Cragboar ribs. It's good to see we're starting to make some progress there. I really do like this zone. There's something pretty soothing about it, actually. What is this? One-handed mace. This will be the last bear we need. We just need elder cragboars, snow leopards, and then eventually we're going to get the rest of our cragboar ribs somewhere. Pop Divine Protection. Not that we really need to. I like to be in habits like that so that we can learn how to defend ourselves against multiple aggros. Like, here we go. See, case in point, it's good that we took less damage there because now we have another mob to deal with, so... Could probably just go ahead and heal ourselves here. I do see a potential copper vein up ahead. I need to, like, face the enemy, though. Would be a great start. Let's see if we can get to it. No guarantees that we'll make it there before somebody else. Looks like we're good. Here's the pathway leading up to the troll area where we can get the shimmerweed. Pretty sure the cragboar ribs drop more frequently off of the elder boar than the other ones. Just something that I've kind of noticed happening. We're definitely going to double back for this iron, or copper even. This is a burly troll? I don't remember these trolls being burly, but yeah, pretty cool looking. Did they change these guys in Wrath? Because I honestly don't remember the frost trolls looking like this. The females look normal enough. Well, that's really cool. Copper chain vest. We have no inventory space. That's the uncool part of what's happening now. Might really need to make our way back to town before we do a lot of other stuff here. Let's focus on getting this completed at least, and then we'll kind of see what we have to do. We haven't been lucky enough to find any bags, and that's really detrimental to us, especially early on. Yeah, it really seems like they have changed all of these frost trolls to be the bulky ones like we would see in the Blood Elf areas. And I think that's really amazing, and I never knew that they did that. So, oh, we need to maybe think about getting out of here. We've got 3 guys on us. I don't think we could take that many, to be quite honest. So we're gonna run. Far, far away. And we'll go across the bridge and hope that they don't follow us. Yep. I guess they could have been updated in TBC. I guess it doesn't mean that they were updated in Wrath. They could have been updated before that, but I've never been here to know, I guess. Now the cool thing is we can get these off the ground. The not cool thing is apparently getting close enough to aggro that guy aggroes everybody. I don't know how we're going to deal with that. We can maybe take the melee guy out first. If we can pull him separately, we can do that. This is not going to be easy. Yeah, this is going to be pretty rough. We have to try it though. Alright, yeah, I'm gonna try to pull this guy first. Maybe we can pull him away from the others. And then we can rush in on them, but I don't know if it's gonna work. It looks like they're all gonna pull together no matter what. Let's give it a try. Okay, we got him on his own. He needs to come a little bit further though. Yeah, like back here. Okay, yeah, so far so good. We're gonna have to take on these two together though. Alright, we're at full health. We don't have any interrupts up, which is not the best thing. This is gonna hurt a lot, I feel like. Why are they pulling more guys? Like, where the hell did this guy come from? We need to kill one of them, and then we need to go. Yep. Yeah, I am, like, astonished, actually. I am, like, in utter shock and disbelief. I don't know where the third guy came from. I can't figure that out. Maybe they call for help. Either way, let's run. But we did kill one of them. I did try to make sure that we got one of them down. That's going to make the next attempt a little bit easier to deal with. Hopefully. Either way, we might still end up having to fight 3 guys at once. Not having the extra interrupt is kind of painful. Let's go ahead and heal, and then we do need to... Oh, we can't drink because somebody sold all of our water, so... Just gonna have to sit this one out. Now this guy is like hanging out here. Oh, okay, what's he doing? Yeah, he's being very, very erratic. I don't like it. I'm gonna try to sneak in here. Yeah, we need so many. We gotta watch that guy over there because he's gonna come for us at the worst possible moment. Here he comes right now. Yeah, this is not good. It aggroes all of them. Let's run away again and probably get killed while we're running again. And then we'll try again. We've got 2 of them down. This guy's respawning. That's gonna be a problem. Definitely one of the more difficult areas I've ever encountered in a low-level zone. This is, obviously we don't have to fight these exact guys, like we can go find these somewhere else, but... At this point, we're gonna clear it out. I just hope we could do that before everybody respawns, but this guy respawning is not giving me a lot of hope for that. Alright, let's get in here and just at least try to loot what we can before everybody pops back up. The magic damage is so impactful on us. That's the other bad part. It's like, we just take a lot of damage from magic. We could literally loot one more crate and we could be done. Let's do that. Alright, yeah, that's all done. Let's... Oh, we need we got a kill quest for here that I just wasn't even paying attention to. We need headhunters. Like, specifically, we need headhunters. None of these guys over here are headhunters. Okay. Interesting. Wasn't really paying attention to that quest as much as I should have been. Oh, wait. The headhunters, yeah, we're gonna find them somewhere else. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, they're not up here. I guess there's a chance for them to spawn up here, but this is not where we're gonna be fighting the majority of them. That being said, I feel like we're gonna have to hearth again because our inventory is like atrociously bad right now. Let's try to finish up the Elder Cragboars and the one leopard we need while we're over here. That'll, like, clear up our map a little bit at least. Gonna come grab the copper that's respawned. It's a good time to ding level 9, although now we can't seem to hit this guy. We can head over to Brunel Village. I don't think there's a vendor over there, unfortunately. You would think to yourself, why wouldn't there just be a vendor? I don't know that there is, but we'll head over there and see because we have a quest that turns in there anyway. And I was going to say maybe we'll get the last of the boar we need, but we do have a hunter here who has probably taken care of most of them. There's one here. Now we're just looking for ribs, which are seemingly like a 30 to 40% chance to drop off of these guys. But we only need one more, so maybe we can get it while we're out. It would be nice to be done with this quest in particular. Alright, there we go. There's 6 out of 6. Let's get back over to Brunel Village and we'll get that turned in. It would be too easy if they had a vendor over here because then we could just stay out here and finish up what we have. So that's kind of why I have a feeling that there's not going to be a vendor, but we'll cross our fingers. I didn't notice when we were there before. Oh, look at that. Ale and wine vendor. That's actually amazing, and I love it. Let's turn in our quest here first. We'll take the staff to sell it. Oh, we can't take anything because our inventory is still full.
What's on your mind?
What can we get rid of here? Large bear tooth, the one-handed mace, a two-handed axe. We can't use it yet. We haven't trained axes. Who would train us in axes? Stormwind, maybe? Maybe we can learn it in Ironforge. I really don't know. Tough jerky we can sell. Broken fang. The robes. Okay.
Safe travels. What's on your mind? Off with you. How are you? Be good. What can I do for you?
Alright, I feel like we can maybe stay out a little bit more. A chunk of boar meat we can get rid of. Oops, the crag boar ribs we definitely still need. The cloak we can wear. This we're close to being able to learn. And then we have all these casks. Ugh, okay, well, let's stay out. I think we're going to be okay just to stay out. We can run back here in vendor if we need to, so it's not really a big deal. Let's try to work on getting our stabilization cogs and gyro mechanical gears from the leper gnomes. It's a pretty nasty disease for them to still have, that our strength is reduced by an unspecified amount for 5 minutes. It's bad. That guy just jumped right off trying to get away. I didn't really think he would do that, but then he did. There was also a dwarf in stealth up there that was an NPC that I don't know who he is, what he's for. Maybe he's for the rogue quest out this way. I don't know. Pretty unusual stuff. Looks like that guy is going to gather up a few of them. That's fine. There are plenty right now that we can fight. Apparently we can go down the road a ways, and there might be some over here. I don't know if I've ever fought them all the way back here or not. But I do see some likely buildings. Here we go. I have a feeling that level-wise we probably should have done Frostmane Hold first. No more disease, please. We just got rid of that a bit ago. We're gonna pick up that bow. We're gonna have to drop something to get it. Wow. Let's drop the bread. Might be able to sell the bow for a little bit of silver on the auction house, and that would help us out immensely. What do we need? We need 2 restabilization cogs and 4 gears. Yeah, the drop rate is just kind of sporadic. It's not... The respawn rate on the guys needs to crank up a little bit here. We got quite a few people in the area fighting these guys, and just aren't enough of them. There's our disease again, because apparently we're just doomed to be diseased here. Of course we missed. Infantry Tunic of the Monkey sounds like an item we want to pick up. We are just having bad luck with not getting a bag. Usually by now I've gotten at least 1 bag to drop. 2 agility, 2 stamina. That is lucky though, so we'll equip that. It looks the same as everything else we've been wearing at this level, so... we could go back and sell. I really just want to finish this quest before we go do anything. Then we're going to have to run back and sell before we go into the Frostmane Hold. Okay, level 32 Human Paladin, just hanging out, killing stuff that low-level people need. Makes sense. That was a rare. He could have had something cool. I guess we won't find out. Whew, we're getting closer. One more of each, and we'll be done with these guys. Yeah, if I'd have realized it was going to take this long to get these items, I would have went back and sold everything. It's just laziness at this point. It's keeping me here.
How are you?
I mean, that's really all we can do. I have to sell this malachite. I need the space. I have to sell the potion. I need the space. Yeah, we don't have space, okay? Like, at this point, it's not even like just laziness. It's literally that we just don't have any space. I mean, I can clear up the same 5 slots and I can run back and forth. But what's really going to happen is I'm going to have to spend some silver on bags because we haven't gotten lucky enough to get a bag drop, which means at this point we're probably not going to. Usually you get them in like the initial starting area, like Northshire Abbey, and we didn't get anything, so pretty bad luck for us. Alright, there we go. We're going to hearth back. We're going to hold off on this last one over at Frostmane Hold. Let's hearth back. That's going to get us level 10. We can learn our level 10 spells, and then we can put our first point into our talent tree. I think at some point we also needed to get a beer for somebody,
Great
right?
to meet you.
Rhapsody Malt somebody needs.
Safe travels.
And then don't we have to do something in the basement with a crate?
How are ya? See you soon.
He needs Thunder Ale to distract him. We can buy some here.
No.
I swear there used to be a female dwarf behind the counter here,
Be good.
but apparently that's no longer the case.
What can I do for ya? Watch your back. Great to meet you. See you soon.
And there we go, that's level 10. Let's go turn the rest of what we have in.
Pleased to meet you. Off and away.
And one last stop over at the depot.
Well met. Keep your feet on the ground.
Alright, I think we're going to go back and do a little bit of blacksmithing. We should have some smelting to do. We have some sharpening stones we can make. Our inventory is atrocious, so I think before we do that, I do have to spend money on bags. We'll learn some of our... We'll get a bag first. The bag has to be a priority. It has to be prioritized at this point, even above our abilities. Because otherwise, we aren't going to get ourselves into any better of a situation about how long we can be out in the field before we have to run back. So let's take a look at doing that. Is there a general goods vendor over here, or is he inside? Maybe he's inside. Yep, general supplies.
I've the finest wares.
It's painful, but we need at least one. We just have to have additional inventory. Alright, level 10, let's take a look. Lay on Hands, Devotion Aura, rank 2. Hand of Protection.
See you soon.
Alright, yeah, that doesn't really leave us with a lot of silver left. Let's come over here. It's really great that smelting levels your mining up. I think that's absolutely amazing. Otherwise, mining would probably get really far behind over time. This makes it actually really easy to level it. Let's do all of our sharpening stones first. And right now we're just going for skill ups. What level? 35. Let's get to, let's get at least there so we can learn that pattern. That will get it out of our inventory. We need a rough grinding stone. I don't think we know how to
What can I do for you?
make that yet. Oh, look at this. Yeah, we're not gonna have the, coin for all of it. Let's grab the grinding stone one. We need rough stone. We just used all of our rough stone, unfortunately, but eventually we'll be able to make this. But we have a better chest piece, so it's not really essential that we make it.
What's on your mind?
Let's sell these. Copper bracers we can sell. Should we do any more to level this up? I guess it wouldn't hurt. It will at least use some of our materials and clear out our inventory a bit. Well, there we go. We've gotten it to level to 41. We can make a little bit of coin from selling all the stuff that we make. And yeah, that's going to be as good as it gets, I think, for the time being. Guys, I am going to take a break here. It's been a blast. I'm really happy to get this character going. I'm really happy to have gotten her to level 10, so we can start making some real big progress. Probably tomorrow, maybe later tonight, I'll get on and do some more. Going into Retribution here. Well, I mean, this is not really a big deal. Deflection might help us as we tank lower level dungeons, so we'll go with the same kind of build that we went with before. But yeah, thank you guys for being here. I really do appreciate you guys, especially if you have stuck it out all the way to the end of this video. You are a legend, and I do appreciate it. Let me know what you guys think. As always, take care of yourselves out there and take care of each other, and we will see you back here again sometime really soon. Bye for now.